The third generation Motorola Edge is here. The vanilla Edge models stick to the mid-range duties and aim to be good middle ground between the flagships and the lights of the series. But beyond that, there isn't much consistency in what makes an Edge an Edge. One interesting thing to note is that the Motorola Edge 2022 is the first phone to use the new Dimensity 1050. This is a 6nm chip with mmWave 5G as its key selling point. It also has two Cortex-A78 CPU cores and 6 A55 cores plus a Mali G610 MC3 GPU. It is no match for a Dimensity 8000 but is fast enough for the mid-range and will offer faster internet speeds than phones that only have sub 6 Hz 5G. Here the chipset is paired with 8GB of RAM, 256GB non-expandable storage and a mostly stock Android 12. The phone runs on a 5000 mAh battery with 30W turbo power charging like its predecessor, but this year 15W wireless charging is supported. You need to supply your own charger, though there is only a USB-C cable in the box. Note that the USB-C port is wired only for 2.0 speeds, so there is no support for Motorola's Ready for. The Edge 2022 doesn't have the slender profile of the 2020 model, but it is similar than last year's phone. It measures 160.86 into 74.24 into 7.99mm and weighs 170 grams. The body is rated IP52 dust protected, resistance to dripping water. The display is the smallest yet with 6.6-inch diagonal on 1080 into 2400 pixel OLED panel. Its aspect ratio is 20:9 size. This is the best display yet as it keeps the 144Hz refresh rate of its predecessor, but it beats it on quality thanks to its 10-bit panel with HDR10 Plus support. The switch back to OLED allowed the fingerprint reader to return to its under-display position. The rear camera further mixes things up with a 50MP main module with an 1.8 aperture lens and the first optical image stabilization in the family. It is joined by a 120-degree ultra-wide camera with a 13MP sensor and an impressively bright 1.5 aperture. If that wasn't enough, this camera can also snap macro photos. Finally, there is a depth sensor. The main camera can record 4K at 60fps and slow-mo videos at 1080p at 120fps. The ultra-wide camera tops out at 1080p at 30fps. The selfie camera on the front is as before a 32MP sensor with 1080p at 30fps video capture. A few other things to note include the dual speakers with Dolby Atmos sound. There is no 3.5mm jack on board. However, besides the USB port connectivity is all wireless, Wi-Fi 6E, 2.4, 5 and 6 GHz, Bluetooth 5.2 and NFC, plus support for all the major positioning constellation. As the 5G connection, you got sub 6 and mmWave with one physical nano SIM and one eSIM. The Motorola Edge 2022 appears only on the US site for now and the company is yet to reveal the complete launch details. But we will keep an eye out. Also, there is only one colorway available. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.